It's another beautiful Wednesday in the fabulous Florida Keys. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. It's going to be a great day today. I was outside around 6:30 this morning walking my dog. It was already 75 degrees out, which for those of us that live here, 75 is cold, hence the jacket. But for those of you that live in Michigan or Wisconsin or somewhere, 75 you'd probably kill for this time of year. This is my morning market MLS update post I do every day right about this time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the Lower Keys in the last 24 hours. That's anything from Big Pine Key down to Key West. You'll find out about the new listings the same day the Realtors find out about them if you follow this post every day. You can also get a much more detailed description of these listings if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. There you'll see pictures of the homes, a lot more details, room sizes. If it's a waterfront house, you'll see pictures of the dockage and the boating. It's basically an MLS printout sheet you'd get if you were going to look at the house. It's just copied and pasted from the MLS, just like this video is. If you follow that blog or this video, you'll be ahead of most buyers. I find most buyers wait for a home to come on to Zillow or Realtor.com, and then they frantically call their realtor wanting to see them. If you follow my YouTube channel or you follow my blog, you'll know about the listings well before they do. You can call me and I'll get you in them right away, and you'll beat out probably 80% of the buyers. If you like this video, please let me know by clicking that thumbs up symbol below. If you want to see more videos of this nature or videos about life in the Florida Keys in general, sometimes I'll go to the beach and video, sometimes a tourist attraction. Other times I'll go downtown to the city marina and just video the boats going in and out, just showing you what day-to-day life in the Florida Keys is. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have 7 great listings to talk about today, but before I tell you about them, the state of Florida requires me to tell you about the legal stuff. The data I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys Multiple Listing Service. I'm not claiming any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listings, and I'm not accepting any responsibility for any inaccuracies there may be in any of these listings. I'm simply reading it to you right from the MLS. In fact, sometimes you might see my eyes wander down a little bit. I'm looking at my computer just to make sure that I get it right for you. The first one we have today is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo, 525 square feet on Olivia Street. The biggest asset here is it has a transient license, which means it can be rented by the night. Most of Key West that does not have a transient license, which is probably 95+% of Key West, has a 30-day minimum rental period by law. It's offered at $1,200,000, which I still think even with the transient license is a little overpriced, but that's just my opinion. It could be a good income source, a nice weekend getaway pad, and you can use it, rent it out when you're not using it to pay the bills. Then we go over to the Key West Golf Club on Golf Club Drive. We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 806 square foot townhouse. That was being offered at $680,000. Then we're going to go to Northside Drive. There's a condo in a complex called Santa Clara. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 631 square foot condo. And here's where you're going to hear me do something you probably thought you'd never hear any realtor say in their life. Don't buy this. Santa Clara has such structural damage, they thought the building was going to be condemned. They had 4 or 5 city commission meetings whether they were going to condemn it or repair it. The only reason they didn't condemn it is there's about 100 or so units in there, and the majority of them are occupied by our labor force, and it would displace so many families that are in our labor force, and it would really affect the tourism in the island, which is our main industry. So instead, they spent 2 years redoing just about all of the concrete on the building. Somebody's going to pay for that. More than likely, every unit will get a pretty large assessment each year for the next few years to pay that off. Then we're going to go up to Cudjoe Key to Hamilton Ave in a subdivision called Cudjoe Gardens. Big house up there. Cudjoe Gardens is one of the more sought-after subdivisions in the Lower Keys for many reasons. Mostly the boating. The canals are a lot deeper. The canals are a lot wider. You could get a 60, 70-foot yacht or a sailboat or a sport fisherman in there. The lots are a little bit larger in Cudjoe Gardens also. And one big advantage if you're going to use it as a second home or a winter home, the one and only road to get into Cudjoe Gardens, the first thing you see as soon as you turn on it is a large sheriff substation. So anybody who's there with ill intentions, as soon as they turn onto the road, they're going to see big, big letters, Monroe County Sheriff. And they'll see half a dozen or so cars with blue lights out front. That'll probably make them turn around pretty quick. It's like your own private security, except you don't pay for it. Then we go to Ramrod Key to Indies Road. We have a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,920 square foot house. That was being offered at $1,750,000. It's on a canal. Put your boat right in the backyard. Then on Little Torch Key on Powell Ave, we have another canal front house. This one's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,196 square foot house. That was being offered at $1,899,000, which is priced a little high in my opinion, but again, that's just my opinion. Then the last one's on Donna Road in a section of Big Pine Key called Port Pine Heights. If you want the old rustic Florida Keys with the privacy and nature and literally you'll have the key deer frolicking around in your backyard every morning, Port Pine Heights is where you want to be. If you're planning on being part of the labor force, you're coming down here to work, or you'll be going into Key West regularly, Port Pine Heights is also a 10 to 15 minute ride on a very slow road before you even get onto the main US 1. Normally, Big Pine Key to Key West is about 30 minutes, add at least 10 to 15 minutes on if you live out in Port Pine Heights. But if you're okay with that, and you want nature, and you want the old school Florida Keys, Port Pine Heights is where you want to be. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,454 square foot house. It's being offered at $1,099,000, which is a pretty good price for out there if you like Port Pine Heights. And that's all the new listings for today. As promised, I'm going to tell you about my offer to donate $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. If you buy or sell any home with me anywhere in the Florida Keys between now and June 30th, 2024, I will donate $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. The only thing you have to do to qualify for that is buy before June 30th, 2024, and the other one is real simple. You can do it right now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to see any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, give me a call, 305-731-0501. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.